Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Jeff Newton and I'm back, but not for another AM Weekly video. This is just sort of a mini update, kind of a follow-up to my last video where I was talking about the fact that I was about to run my first marathon. And I sort of just wanted to do a quick little follow-up to that because, yeah, that was freaking intense, man. We're around 24 hours post-marathon. My body is not happy with me, but I freaking did it. I actually finished the marathon. I completed it. Did the whole thing, all 26.2 miles. And oh my God, that was, yeah, I already said that, but I'm out of it, sorry. That was crazy. So I don't know, I just wanted to kind of make this quick, I don't know how quick it's gonna be, but a quick update and just kind of my thoughts about it because it was such a big thing that I took on over the last 6 months of training. I guess the good would be that I accomplished the two things that I set out to do when I initially signed up for the marathon. Number one was actually complete it, cross the finish line, go all the way through, and I did it. I ran all 26.2 miles and I freaking finished. And the second one is part of the first one is I wanted to run the marathon. I didn't want to walk it and I did not want to stop at all. And nothing against anybody who does that, because there are people who do walk runs and sometimes you get so freaking tired or so out of it that you have to walk for a bit, but I signed up to run a marathon, and that was something I wanted to do. And even though, oh my God, there were so many freaking times I didn't want to run anymore, and my body was saying, dude, just chill for a few minutes, or just walk for a few minutes, you can do it, it's okay. I never did. I ran the entire 26.2 miles. Even when we were going through the water stations or other stuff, I would just keep running, grab the cup, down it as I'm running, and toss it. Never once did I stop to do anything. So for me, that's a win, because it was sort of this kind of, I don't know why, but I remember when I initially signed up for it, that was one of the things in my mind. You will run this whole thing. You won't stop, you won't walk, you won't do anything. I don't know why that was such a big deal for me, but it was. So thank God, I'm glad I was able to do that, even though it was so tough. The bad, I guess, is that I definitely didn't complete it in the time that I'd hoped. I was training with the LA Roadrunners, and I was in a specific group 7, and our projected finish time was 4 hours and 35 minutes. So that would have been a 10-minute and 30-second pace per mile. I was able to stay with them for at least half of the run, but then I fell back a bit. And one of the things they teach you is to run your own race. And so yes, I wanted to stay with the group and I wanted to like finish with everybody and I wanted to do that, but I knew if I was pushing myself too much, if I was exerting too much, I was gonna burn out, so I had to just kind of chill and allow myself to run my race. And unfortunately, my race was not a 4 hour and 35 minute race. I think my official finish time is 4 hours and 54 minutes and some seconds, I don't remember. So around 20 minutes longer than I should have done. So yeah, that sucks a little bit that I didn't get to finish with the training crew that I worked with for over the last 6 months. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, this is my first marathon, and I ran nonstop for 4 hours and 54 minutes, and I didn't stop. And so yeah, there's a 20-minute difference than I wanted to, and I know that kind of sucks, and internally I'm like, I didn't do it, I didn't get the timing and everything, but I did it still. I finished, I never stopped, and so I have to see that as a win. So yeah, it's a little crazy right now. I have like definitely post-marathon, like all that kind of mixed emotions going through. Like I feel really good about it. I'm very happy I did it, but I'm also a little like frustrated with that. But I just need to let that go and realize that like I did it. And that was one of the things. I think another thing that was tripping me out a little bit was I've done other runs. I did the half marathon recently and I was able to run that no problem. And I've run other longer runs with the group and I was able to stay up with them most of the time, or the entire time actually. So it was really kind of messing with me mentally and everything, that I could not keep up with him. It's also interesting in a sense that we don't run with music. I know before I started training with them, I'd always have my headphones on. I would always be rocking out fast music to keep me going. But one of the training lessons that they gave us is not to run with music, so that you can hear your breathing, so that you can hear your footsteps and make sure you're not being dependent upon one foot over the other. And so yeah, when you're running for basically 5 hours without music, your mind just goes to crazy places and wanders, and you start to worry, and you don't have like freaking fast, loud music to kind of drown all that out. So it's very interesting. I'm glad I don't run with music, because I can really listen and I can be there and I can kind of talk to myself and tell myself, you got this, man, you got this, man. And honestly, one of the things that kept me going is, because there were a few times where I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this. One of the things that kept me going the whole time was I did not want to look at my wife or my daughter. Thankfully, my son is too young to realize what's going on. He's just like, cool, let's go chill with a lot of people and have fun. And I get to get outside and play. But my daughter and my wife, I didn't want to look at them and be like, sorry, I couldn't complete it, even though I spent the last 6 months training. And I was like, I will not do that. I will not let them down. I will not complete this. I will freaking do this. I will look at them in the face and be proud that I finished this. So yeah, I literally thought of that so many times over. So it was interesting. I'm very proud that I did it, and it's crazy. My knees are killing me today. I've been like icing them, putting icy hot on them. I had to take an Epsom salt bath last night, going all out, and I'm in so much pain today. But already I'm already thinking about what can I do different next year to make this better, to get a little bit better time. How can I be a little bit smarter with my nutrition, with other things? So yeah, it's crazy. Even though I'm in all this pain and I'm hurting and I can barely walk, I'm literally freaking limping because my right knee is killing me so much. I'm already planning for next year to better my time next year, because I'm not really a competitive person externally. Like, you know, if I'm up against somebody else, I'm like, cool, you won, good for you, I don't freaking care. Like, I'm more competitive with myself. I just want to, you know, not that I want to like, oh, whatever. I think you get what I'm saying, but I basically just want to like keep pushing myself all the time. I'm more of a competitive person with myself. I'm my biggest opponent in so many freaking facets of life, not just running. Man, that's a whole separate video. That could be a really good video actually. So yeah, I don't know what else to say in this, and this is already longer than I wanted it to be, but I just wanted to kind of just give an update because it's something I've mentioned in many of these weekly videos. Yeah, it's interesting. I feel really good about it, but it is also, you know, mentally just kind of wears you down when you're like, oh, I wanted this, but I didn't. But I have to look at the fact that I've never run a marathon before. It's my first marathon, and I finished it. And it was a goal that I set out to do. I wanted to take on an almost unattainable challenge, and it freaking, believe me, it was almost unattainable. I am not lying. There were a few times where I really was not sure if I was going to complete it. So thank God I did, because I would have been so defeated, to be honest, like completely defeated if I wouldn't have completed it. So thankfully I don't have to deal with that. I just have to deal with other things on like the timing and other stuff like that. But I need to also just kind of learn to let that go, because I still had things that I could look at and say, okay, it's done. I did that. I completed it. Like I said, I did the 2 things I set out to do. So I'm proud of that, and thankful that my wife and that my kids were there and everything like that. And it was cool. It was a good time. But yeah, I guess that's all I'll say. I'm so sorry. This is a completely off-brand video for Americano Mondays, but it is something I've been talking about on this channel for the past 11 weeks of the AM Weekly videos. So yeah, nothing coffee related except the fact that I need a lot of coffee today, and because I had to get up at 3:15 to be on a shuttle yesterday, I drank a lot of coffee. So yes, there will be a ton of coffee consumption so I can have energy, because I'm so freaking tired. But other than that, I thank you so much for everybody who has been watching these videos. Thought this would be just kind of a quick little update just to kind of tell you how the run went, that I actually did it and I was able to complete it. Be back probably later this week, maybe end of the week, with another AM Weekly video, and hopefully some more videos that I'm working on that'll be a little more on brand for Americano Mondays. So thank you for indulging me in this little like side project to my side projects of my side projects. Okay, cool. Have a good day. Peace. So I look like crap and I'm limping, but I just finished my first marathon. Oh my God, that was freaking crazy. I'm so done.